I'm Bryan. Welcome to my Bad Dad Guitar Show. We have a really great show today. We have a guest interview with Scott Dryburgh, all the way from England. He's a part of the Free Guitars group. We have some trippy new effects, and of course, our featured Bad Dads of the week. So sit back, enjoy yourself, and we're going to have a great time today. First, let's check in on your Bad Dad progress. Have you picked up your guitar for 5 minutes today? Have you spent at least 5 minutes a day doing something that you love? If so, that's great. I'd love to hear about your experience. If not, why not? What's holding you back? Is it fear of criticism? Or is it lack of motivation? Is it stress? Is it work? Is it family? I know in my experience, I fell into certain roles that I formed identities around, like dad, husband, provider. And just to be clear, this doesn't just apply to dads. Have you ever experienced losing your identity in family roles? Does that sound familiar to you? Well, today, you're going to hear and see some bad dads who are making the effort. But we'll get to that. Look, everyone has problems. In the 25 years I worked in the mental health counseling field, I can tell you firsthand that committing to participating in hobbies and activities you're passionate about is a key factor in happiness. So what are you waiting for? Go get your guitar and let's get started. Today, we have a really big show, and we're going to take a quick look at what Busuyi has to offer for beginners. I often get questions about good guitars for beginners, and there are so many options out there, it really does come down to overall personal preference. Busuyi recently launched a new series of single neck guitars called the V-Rack. You'll see one in action later on in the show. The V-Rack comes in both electric and acoustic versions, and both are affordably priced, making them an excellent choice for beginners. The electric V-Rack is a Strat-style electric guitar with 3 single coil pickups and comes in several stunning finishes. You'll get to see the all-new gold finish coming up. The acoustic V-Rack is a handmade acoustic guitar that has a solid build and a warm, rich tone. In the guitar market today, these two guitars are highly competitive both in price and quality. Here's a link to the web store. I'm really excited about this next segment. This is the first interview on the Bad Dad Guitar Show, and I couldn't be happier to have Scott Dryburgh all the way from England on the show today. Scott has been a longtime member of the Facebook group Free Guitars and recently received a free Busuyi guitar. Scott, thanks for coming on the show. I'm really glad to have you on.
Hello, Bryan. Thanks very much for having me on your Bryan's Bad Dad Guitar Show. It's a pleasure.
Thanks, Scott. So tell me a little bit about you. What's your story, man?
I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 54-year-old. I'm from Scotland originally. I've moved down to England about 22 years ago. I've been living here since. I started playing guitar when I was about 20 years old. Yeah, I'd say I was around about 20.
What got you interested in guitar?
How did I get into guitar was my Uncle Davy. He's the culprit. Sadly, he's no longer with us, but he's the reason I got into playing guitar. He used to play the clubs up our local area in Fife in Scotland. He used to just be a solo artist with him and his guitar and singing. And he used to play a 1950s original Hoff jazz guitar, which I was fascinated with. It was just, one of the most stunning piece of art I think you'd ever see. I mean, and the noises that he could make coming out of this thing was just fantastic.
That's really great.
Listening to the sounds that you could get out of this guitar, it was phenomenal, and I was obsessed with it.
I'll bet. I would be too.
Now, sadly, like I say, my uncle passed away when he was quite young.
Yeah, sorry, man. That is unfortunate. Did anyone else in your family play music?
And I was the only person interested in guitar or music of any sort. My father used to play in the police pipe band. My brother started playing the pipes, but he got turned into a teenager and stopped that. And I was the only one that was really musically interested.
And what about that guitar you're obsessed with?
Now, I was grateful enough to receive my uncle's guitar from my aunt after my uncle passed away. Now, it's a very special guitar to me.
For sure. You still have it?
I've got it here. This is the lady in question. This is my 1950s original Hoff. New tuners on it.
Wow. That's amazing. What a great guitar.
And some lovely fretwork he's done to this.
It's just beautiful.
It's something I had to really get done because I say it was the beginning of my guitar journey.
For sure. What got you back into playing now?
I started with a Les Paul.
Right on. Great guitar to get going with.
I'm a Sunburst Red Les Paul, and I got back into playing again and swapped the Les Paul out, traded it in, got myself an Aria TA50, which is a Gibson 335 style jazz guitar. Started playing that, and I got more and more into just learning covers, just playing for myself, just enjoyment of playing and making music, and it made me feel good, and it still does. It makes me feel good. This is my escape room. This, when life gets too much for me, I come up here and I spend hours in here just noodling, just putting some background music on and just noodling, or just playing something that I know how to play, or learning something new.
That's exactly what this show's about. That's so important, to have time to be creative. I love the space you've set up. So, how did you end up in the Free Guitars group?
I was on Facebook one day and I came across this group called Free Guitars. Popped up on my groups you may be interested in. And I thought, oh, free guitars. Never a chance. Nothing's free nowadays.
Right, especially on Facebook.
You know, and nobody gets nothing for free. There's a catch somewhere down the line. So anyway, I had a look at the group, and I think there was round about 60, 70,000 members at that time, and I thought, something must be right, but they're getting 60, 70,000 members. So anyway, I joined the group, and after a week or so in the group, I started to realise that it was so much different from any other group on Facebook.
That's right. It's very unique.
There was no picking. There was no putting people down.
Yeah, very closely moderated for negativity.
It was just full of encouragement and enthusiasm, and just encouraging people to just keep playing, keep doing what you're doing. No matter if you were playing for a week or if you were been playing for 60 years.
Yeah, really great community. Lots of ways to collaborate.
Doing collaborations, people you've never met before, and you realise what a wonderful place this is. And it got to a point where I never looked on any other group on Facebook. This is the only, when I pick my phone up in the evenings, that's the only group I looked on.
Yeah, man, sounds like the group has been a great experience. What would you say has helped you the most from being in the group?
And I've never been in a band or anything like that because I'm a shy person. As he says, sitting, giving an interview live on video here. But
I know. Much respect for sharing, my man.
Anyway, I am a shy person. I've never wanted to play in a band. I don't think I could get up and play in front of 30 people, more or less 10,000 people. But I got encouraged to make a video and post it on the group. And once I'd done one video, and you started getting a bit of encouragement back, and you were getting nice comments. Although there was 70,000 people in the group, you maybe only got 200 views and 5 or 6 comments on it. But these comments were all encouraging comments. They weren't discouraging. They were all good comments, and that sounded great. And And it made me feel like, listen, I like doing this. I like posting videos of myself. Why should I not just keep recording something that I love doing? And it made me play better because I wanted to put the best across that I could put across into the...
Right there with you, man. I had a very similar experience.
But my main focus was enjoying myself in the group and being part of a family where it's a safe haven. You know, you feel, anybody could feel comfortable putting a video on and knowing that they weren't going to get criticised, they weren't going to get put down, they weren't going to get made to feel bad.
That's really part of the magic that holds that group together.
And I went from this room, used to just be a plain empty room with a bed in it. It was a spare room. I bought a corner desk, which is sitting here at the back of me. Now I've basically got a mini recording studio. I've got 10 different guitars. I've got a few amps. I've got mixers. I've got pedals. I've got monitor speakers, all wired in to record music for my own personal good, for my own personal use, you know, just for my enjoyment.
Awesome, man. That's really great.
But what you realise is the more you get involved in the group, the more you're seeing people getting offered a gift of a free Basuyi guitar. And some of these guitars, phenomenal. The double neck electrics and the double neck acoustics.
Gorgeous guitars.
Produce some fantastic sounds, you know, and some of the players that were given them and gifted them in the group are some of the best musicians I've ever heard playing. Some of these musicians in this group could put big, I mean, these big people that play in bands, they put them to shame. These people in the group don't realise what talent they're actually carrying. And people like myself are learning so much from that.
And you actually got a free Basuyi.
And I've seen a few people in the group that I know. I had a message sent from Craig, one of the admins, saying, listen, you've been chosen to receive a free Basuyi V-Rack. And I thought, oh, that's amazing. So I left some comments on it. Congratulations, blah, blah. Thank you. Oh, amazing. And then I looked in the corner of my screen and I see a little blue dot at the side of my messenger. So I opened up my messenger. I thought, it can't be. Really can't be. Opened up my messenger and there was a message request. So I opened up and it was from Craig, the admin. And he says, hi, Scott, congratulations. You've been chosen for a V-Rack, a Basuyi V-Rack.
Yeah, can we see it?
That is the very one that I've chosen. And this is her here. And let me tell you, beautiful guitars. Really, really beautiful guitars.
Wow. That tone is rich. That's great.
Beautiful guitar to play. The neck feels so good on them. The frets, there's not a sharp edge on any of the frets, which is it's a sign of quality. The frets are nice and level. There's very nice guitar to play straight out of the box. Just needed a tune. Strings were loose. Tuned it up, and that's basically all the setup I had to do on it. I gave it a good looking over, but other than that, these are beautiful guitars, and to be gifted it just for participating in the group shows it was encouraging to myself.
What a great story, my friend.
But that's about my guitar story. That's where I'm up to now, and I will continue to post videos on the Free Guitars group and keep involved and commenting and liking posts and encouraging the new musicians who's coming through the ranks to keep going, keep at it. I know your fingers will hurt, but keep at it because it's so worthwhile in the end.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. I really appreciate you coming on.
Nice being on your show, and I'll speak to you soon, Bryan. Thank you.
really glad Scott shared his story with us. It takes a lot of courage to share openly. This is what Bad Dad is all about. People who have struggles in life but find the courage to do something they enjoy. And Scott is a great example of what this show means about Bad Dad. Okay, does Bad Dad sound negative? Well, it's just the opposite. If taking time to take care of yourself, no matter what, makes me a bad dad or you a bad mom, brother, sister, employee, then embrace it. That's Bad Dad. I get a lot of questions about loopers. There's a lot of them out on the market these days, and there's a lot of them that are affordably priced. If you go on Amazon, there's a ton of them that are even under $50. And I can't really say anything about the quality of those, but I wanted to give you my recommendation on a good solid looper. The looper that I use is the Boss Loop Station RC5. The reason I picked the RC5 is because it's got a built-in drum machine. That's really cool. And it has 99 loops that you can save. So for the price and the quality of Boss, which is pretty reliable pedal brand, I feel like this loop station works really well. So here in a minute, I'm going to do a little demo where you can see this Boss Loop Station RC5 in action. As we talk about every week, one of the key concepts of the Bad Dad lifestyle is committing to engage in activities you're passionate about for at least 5 minutes a day, no matter what. A suggestion I have that's helped me stay committed to this goal is to participate in a group like the Free Guitars group on Facebook. Groups like this allow you to post videos of your progress without the worry of negative comments, and it comes with the support of the community. Participating in a group is a great way to stay inspired. Let's face it, We all struggle with mental health at times, and having extra support along with active hobbies has proven to be exponentially effective in managing mental health. Do you want to be featured? Show us how bad dad you can be by finding me on social media. Join the Free Guitars group on Facebook or use the hashtag BadDad5. Here's this week's featured Bad Dads.
Now I'm using only the bridge pickup. I love this thing. This is dope. Now let's try that neck pickup for some leads. Thanks for tuning in to my Bad Dad Guitar Show today. I'll be back next week with more Busuyi demos, collabs,
and tips on how to embrace the bad dad lifestyle. Until then, don't forget to pick up your guitar for 5 minutes a day. For more Bad Dad, you can visit the website www.baddadguitar.com or find me on social media. You can also check out the great line of Busuyi double-sided guitars on their website, www.busuyiguitar.com. Rock on, Bad Dads!